Welcome, welcome. And Rose. Thanks for dropping in. I am just about ready. I'm waiting for the pre-rolls to end. Always run those so that we don't get interrupted right at the beginning. And then we'll get started. It does, although I think that's the first time I've done it verbally. Well, we'll have to make sure it's not the last. All right. I do believe that we are ready to start. Howdy, everybody. Welcome in. We are working on some mini games today, or I should say a mini game. So let's take a look at the board. I did some designing in previous streams and some off-camera stuff. It's all over there. And the thing I want to do today is get to the point where I can have the game give you items and then expect items back. So this is our working space. This is definitely not big enough for the whole thing, but it's going to give us a place to start. The way I'm envisioning this is I want to expand this platform that way and that way as we go along. And that means that this is about as fixed a position as it gets. It also means that this is where the entrance needs to come through. So I need to leave this side as clear as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here, which really means over here. And this is going to be the section where we start building the infrastructure. Fire, welcome in. So let me see, do we have... I thought I had some more of the slabs over here. I'm pretty sure I did go get more supplies. I might have put them up here. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. And I don't really need the fences there. Let me drop some of those while I'm at it. So we've got, yeah, plenty of stuff. I knew I had that. The one thing we haven't brought over here yet is the redstone. Click, please. Thank you. Yeah, I don't particularly like those buttons. I'll have to figure something better out. So, this right here is the thing that enables recipes. So this tells you what you can make. Not what you can get, but what you can make. Right? So we're starting with iron nuggets. With iron nuggets, you can make iron ingots. That's basically all we're going to do at this point. I don't know what recipes I want to have in the end other than the iron ones, the chest, and then hoppers somewhere along the way. So we're going to start with that. And that means we essentially are going to have to recreate this right here. Now, you might recognize this as a standard item sorter, because that's exactly what it is. And yeah, it sorts iron nuggets there, planks there, iron nuggets again there, and there's a little bit of redstone that happens there. And then dark oak planks here, because that's trapdoors. So we've got a sequence for the iron things. Now, these right here actually drop out items that go into this dropper sequence. And when you randomize it, one of them gets spit out. When you randomize that, it goes into this sequence. And words. When these get spit out, they go into that randomizer up there, and when you activate that sequence, it tells you what is expected as far as the item that you have to produce. Yes, all of those words. Right? Now, first round is going to be very easy because of this right here. Hang on one second. That's distracting. As I was saying, first round's going to be really easy because of this right here, because you only have one of each item in here, and that means that when you only have one item, they're going to come half as quickly. But I think that's okay. And this is all we want to deal with for this particular stream. Just getting these two pieces kind of working. And I'm not even going to do like the whole thing. I'm only doing a couple of slices. And as you can see, this is another sorter. And that just outputs a thing that you need. Hang on. A thing that you need to craft. So I'm so good at this. Aha! So we've got chests here, and there's a chest in there. Ingots, blocks, and trapdoors. And one of these will get spit out. It will get sorted into here, and the exact same item will end up getting spit out into that. And then that gets triggered. It spits the item back out. It also, because of these right here, will activate a secondary system that eventually will power something like that and that thing over there, and make the rest of the system reflect that you have been told to build something. Okay. Now, did I actually fill up the redstone boxes that are going to need? I did. Check that out. I'm practically prepared. Oh, by the way, y'all might have noticed I lost my hat, so. I'm actually, I'm thinking I'm going to use... Here, come on. Thank you. I'm thinking I'm going to use these as my building stuff, just because I kind of like the way they look. What do you think? Anyways, meanwhile. So let's see, we're mostly building sorters, so we're going to need some of these, some of these, some of these. I'll need these and these also. And I think I'm going to need droppers, definitely going to need hoppers, going to need these guys. Anything else critical? Not yet, but we're going to use our standard building blocks for just about everything. Now, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go make a screenshot. Fire, you might have a customer. Is the shop actually up? Ha, I can't load the whole thing. That's funny. That's all right. I don't need the whole thing. I'm going to... Go. And it's night. And it's not actually night. I start sleeping and suddenly it doesn't want me to sleep. Alright, we're going to take this downstairs. There we go. Not quite. Are y'all close? Scaffolding. That's the other thing I was going to get. Did I bring scaffolding? I did not bring scaffolding. Is it in here? I was almost prepared too. We do have silk touch, so. There we go. You have some stock. If you want, I will let Ari know since she's on. Right, so. Let me just open up my screenshots off to the side here. Oh. There we go. And how much space do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, which we definitely have more than that. Yeah, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10. Okay, so we can start here. So we're gonna. I think I'm gonna orient it in this direction. And again, we're gonna expand that way and that way. But the reason I want to orient in this direction is I think the display is going to be along that wall, so it'll be oriented the same way, even if it's not necessarily facing that direction. Howdy, Shield. Welcome in. Pardon me, I need some water. Ah, that's better. So, yeah, let's see. We need to not use logs, that's for sure. And yeah, we're going to start over here. Now, I'm not going to actually set up all of the pieces for this because we don't have all of the items determined. But there's nothing stopping me from putting this in. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're starting from this direction. I actually think that might be too close. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces there. Let's do that. And then yeah, we'll go out to 8. Knight, see how much planning I'm doing? And I think I'm going to have to... Ah, I am. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yep, I am. Never mind. For a second, I thought I was alright. Right now... Oh, I didn't check to see how many people voted in the poll to weigh in on whether I'm actually going to finish this thing. How did I end up with 7? Alright. I don't like 7, I like 8, so we're going to do that. Ah, I didn't bring redstone dust. I am very motivated, though, to get this game working. Because as I mentioned previously, and in the titles and all that, this is the biggest minigame I've ever designed for Minecraft. Okay. Oh, I did that wrong. Whoops. Don't worry, I'll collect all the stuff. I cannot afford to redo all the redstone that I put together for this. Go. Easy as pie. Okay. Exactly. See, shield gets it. It's as easy as tabulating the digits of an irrational number. Alright. Now. Let's see. I need that one coming out here into... As I was saying, I need that one coming out here into a barrel. And I'm going to need... this is why people say scaffolding is awful. Okay. Go. What should I use as my filter item? I need something that's never going to fall into the system. And that stacks to 64. And that I can get a lot of. No, because I might need sticks as an ingredient. And I don't want to rename a bunch of stuff. 1 second. Let me just address this guy. Yeah, that was the I don't want to rename a bunch of stuff thing. What about stone bricks? You can, I know. I'm lazy. Snow blocks would be just as bad, I think. I did just go to the Ender, so I definitely have enough. All right, so we are going to block all of these but one. Because the only thing we want to accept is iron nuggets. Okay. I just need one of these. I don't need that many, I know. But this will verify that the sorter works properly. Look at that. It sorts. Nope, other one. Okay. Right. So, cannot pick up that crafting table. There we go. So now, we're going to have a little dropper system here that will go into a hopper line coming across this. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Go. And let's see, how do I want to do this? Oop. Not that. Dropper there. Oops. Wrong button. Wrong screenshot. That's the one. Just making sure I get it right, you know? We need it one away. actually going to be that into that. Okay. Clean up a little bit. Believe it or not. Mostly because I don't want to lose the blocks. Oh, come on. You know they can't get me. There. Oh, I didn't even see you say flowers. I wonder if I have enough flowers for that. Definitely no flowers are getting into this system. Yeah. Remind me to check for flowers next time I go out for more supplies. I don't know how many I have, but that's definitely not something that is going to randomly fall in. Okay, where was I? That is true. Okay. Ah, that's the part I missed. All right. So we have below this, below that barrel there, got another piece that we need to build. Goes into a barrel. There's another row of barrels below that. And yes, because I'm Minecraft neurotic. Nope. We're gonna orient this properly. Come on, there we go. Then okay. Shouldn't be anything in here at the moment. Happy to donate some. I mean, if you have them, I will take them. Probably gonna need 4 to 6 stacks at most. Probably less, to be honest. And they don't even have to be the same, really. Okay, so we got that. And then this is going to be a hopper line going into the dropper chain. Let's see. How do I position this? I need at the level below that barrel, I need a hopper chain, and it's going to go into... Okay. Nope. Going to go into a dropper chain that goes there. And up and up. There we go. Then we got the hoppers going like this. So the purpose here is so that we recycle the items. Because if we don't, we have to supply an infinite supply. So we'll get one of those from the randomizer there. It gets filtered into here, as you saw before. That eventually gets filtered down to here and should end up in there. Perfect. Howdy, Vol. Welcome in. We are falling off of things and building mini games. Believe you me, I am very good at falling off of things. Okay, so now we're going to need a clock here. We get Matter which side? Does not matter which side, so I'm going to do that. That there, we're going to need actual blocks, I suppose. Right, so now, put that in there, and it gets pushed up 1. Then, to push it up all the way, server there, server there, and there. Should be a 1 block gap, perfect. And now, if we put this in here, it ends up in the top, which is exactly where we want it. Beautiful. Now, here is the real test. Got a button here. I put it on here because that is our randomizer. We power it. Yep, I saw that blink. And there it is. We have made a circuit. Absolutely perfect. That could not have gone more smoothly. Here's a... Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm not muted. Hello. Oh, wow, look at all the flowers. How many should I take?
You can have all of them.
Oh, thank you very much. Let me...
I have a farm, so if you need more, just let me know.
Oh, you have a flower farm as well? I didn't know.
Specifically for these flowers. They're swamp only.
I did not know that you could farm. I guess it makes sense, though, because they are just flowers, so... It never occurred to me. Yeah, thank you very much, though. I very much appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What do you think? Thing of beauty, isn't it?
Looks very sciencey.
Marginally sciencey. Marginal science. Need any redstone while you're here?
No, I think I'm good on that.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to go put them in.
Happy building.
All right, well. Sorry, stone bricks, you've been demoted to building blocks. And there we go. And just to be sure, it still works. Perfect. Okay. Now for the next piece of this. We've got that circuit working, but we need it to trigger something. So this is probably not the absolute most efficient way to do this, I would imagine. But I found a way to do it that works. And that really is what's important. So, out of this barrel right here... Come on. Scaffolding. As I was saying, out of this barrel right here, we are going to take a comparator signal. And that is going to do two things for us. First... I think it's time for new scaffolding. Come on. Quick, thank you. First, it's going to give us a signal here. which we will then amplify. Howdy, Jordan. Welcome in. We are working on the minigame. Second thing it's going to do is give us these right here. So when there's something in that barrel, it is ultimately going to power a dropper on this side, which will enable that block, and that's also going to actually lock. It's going to do something to this hopper. Actual water. All right. Thank you very much. I am very hydrated, I'm sure. I hope. So let's see. These are also going to be comparators, actually. Almost got that wrong. And yet we are once again going to need more more scaffolding, I think. Okay. Yep, so that goes into repeaters, which go into these blocks. Which have droppers on top of them. We'll finish that in a second. And these are the outputs that get measured. They also happen to be the recipes that will be enabled. So we have nuggets in here. The recipe to be enabled here is iron ingots. And as you can see, that is now enabled. So when we click the test button, all the normal stuff happens. Hello? It didn't do the thing. Did I miss something here? Oh, I did. I missed something. There's also going to be a timer down at the bottom of this. So let me make it lighter, and then we'll do... There's monsters under my platform, isn't there? Ah, I tried. Fine. Why the copper armor? Well, I have no idea when or how or why, but I no longer have a diamond hat, and I like the way this looks. That's pretty much it. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, there's going to be a timer under here. That is the piece I didn't finish, and that's also why we have all of this going on. So we have this row of this row of barrels under here, leading into the tower here, and we need... see. Okay, here we go. Under here. And then we need redstone torches on those. Wish me luck. There we go. And we're going to have a timer attached to all this, which is going to go there. Make sure I'm building this right. Oh, open the wrong window. Come on, fingers, you can do this. Yeah, so there's that. There's the torches. And on the other side, there is the timer. Which is going to go... It's going to connect right there. And it's not a very long timer. Okay, I remember now. I remember. Yep, there's a step that I forgot that totally makes sense now. So when we're playing the game, you don't get the same thing enabled more than once, right? It only gets enabled once and then you're done. So it actually is going to stay in this barrel. Well, can't use that anymore. As I was saying, it's actually going to stay in this barrel right here, which is going to keep the used ones locked. That's part of the mechanism that lets you do a chained production. So right now we have iron nuggets going into here. We could put 2 iron nuggets in the randomizer here. The first one activates iron nuggets. The second one activates iron blocks because the first one activates iron ingots. The second one activates iron blocks because the iron ingots are a prerequisite for the iron blocks. So yeah, I had forgotten about that, but it is going to be important to the game. So let's see. We need this to just be part of the reset system, actually. So it doesn't actually matter, at the moment at least, where it goes. So for now, I'm going to put it here, and we'll have to hook this up later to the actual reset mechanism. Need just a standard... I guess I still need that. Hang on. Standard timer here. Not that. That. Okay. And then that becomes our reset. So we trigger this. It does things. It spits that out. And now, even if we were to put another nugget in here and trigger it again, it's not going to trigger that first one because that first one is already locked. And of course, this over here has been triggered as well. So then when we reset the system, all the stuff that was trapped in there ends up in here. And now we have our nugget back. The other one should have ended up down here. And if anything ever ends up in this barrel, we know that we've done something wrong. Because this should all be a fixed number and type of item. Okay. Now, that same reset system, we're actually going to reuse in just a second because even though I don't have it built on the other side, this needs the same kind of reset mechanism. So we're going to... Can't quite reach it. Oop, there we go. Nope. Scaffolding. I love and hate you. There we go. We do that, and we're going to have to lock all of these as well. We got to be careful because we can't set off the droppers when we lock them. Okay, something like that. And I don't know that we need all this exactly, but we do need that same sort of line of torches. Oh, you know what? We are gonna need the target blocks. Strictly speaking, we probably don't. But for me, I'm not actually a redstone expert, so I do. There we go. Perfect. Right, now we will need to wire this to come up here. I might have to move that out of here. I might just move it down. That's probably easiest. Where is the actual... Oh, it's under me. Haha. Not you. Go. Did I get the button? I did not. Okay, I'll get it in a second. So then... Oiled by a bed. No, we don't have enough of that. I need a repeater here. There we go. So when we do our reset... Actually, first, let's trigger the system, if I still can. Oh. Oh well, it worked. We trigger the system. We should end up... Oh, I never put the ingot back in. Did I lose the nuggets? Oh, because there wasn't an ingot there, that was locked. Okay, yep, it makes sense. It's not all broken. Alright, so it's unlocked now. Trigger the system. Saw it flash. So we should have an ingot in here. Perfect. And in the barrel below, we have the nugget. Now, if we hit the reset button, we should end up with a nugget in here and an ingot in the dropper. Perfect. So now that resets the game and we can play again. All right. That is a major step forward. And I'm sure if you haven't been following, this looks like just a huge chunk of, you know, I don't know what, redstone mess something. It's mostly sorting and comparing and measuring, to be honest. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I don't want to explain it again, though, unless somebody does ask. So if you want an explanation, say so. Otherwise, I am going to sip my tea. And actually, let me come back here and admire my work. Vol says, as someone who was somewhat following, it looks just like how you said it wasn't. Or if I wasn't. Honestly, conceptually, it's not actually that complicated. This only has one item right now, but it will have more items in it, and it randomizes the items that you will receive in the game and the items that you will craft in the game as a secondary effect. So we've only got iron nuggets, so when we activate it, it will say this player will receive iron nuggets and will craft iron ingots, because that's the first recipe you get for iron nuggets. It does so by using a sorting system. The first slot is for iron nuggets. Everything else is currently undesignated because we don't have any other recipes enabled. Then when that triggers, it also, because it's putting the item into this line of barrels, is going to trigger through that block, that comparator, this line of droppers, or one of the items, or one of the droppers in the line, rather. For iron nuggets, the first one is going to be this right here, which has an iron ingot in it. That will disable that hopper so that if I have another recipe triggered by iron nuggets, it will go down to the next one of those. So when I add iron blocks, for example, another iron nugget will be in here, and it'll go to the next iron nugget slot. At the same time that it does that, it puts something into this hopper, so I can now use the comparator output from the hopper to trigger another system that will enable you to actually be assigned an item to craft. And then, yeah, the rest of that down there, this is the reset system. That's a reset button. It's got a timer on it so that it will enable these hoppers and the hoppers under that barrel there, as well as these, just as a side effect, so that all of the items go back to their original positions. And yeah, the dropper tower here facilitates that as well. These just go straight back into the droppers that dispense them. So yeah, sorry, that's a lot. I don't know that I can give a better explanation. Jordan, you are welcome to try if you are so inclined, since you also understand this. I'm not surprised you do. For a redstone contraption, it is a compound thing, but it's not really a complex thing. I'm just not good at explaining things. You're not an explainer? Fair. Let's see here. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm glad it was at least sufficient. I think I have actual coal in one of these. Ah, there it is. Kind of odd how I keep a box in my own head in a box. That's fair. Wonder if we should bring him over here. Do you think the happy gas would be helpful with building this? All right, it is safe-ish. Okay, let me pull up my other screenshot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back over to the factory and remind myself how this thing works. Should have done that while I was over there, but I will. Right, so this is the thing we just built. That dispenses the items, and they will go into this right here. Although we're not dispensing them directly, we're just triggering it. So this works off the same principle as that one, except that we don't have a fixed set of items that start in the randomizer. Instead, let's see here. We've got this, right? And these right here are the resets. So I think what we need to do is get them into that. Which means that our randomizer and our reset for the randomizer are actually going to be separate. They have to be. But that's okay. Okay, so we're going to have a setup like this that corresponds to our item chooser. It's going to be more or less in line with it, in fact. And yeah, we'll have to have something that triggers exactly one of these. So, you know what? I know what we can do. Since these items are, in fact, unique, we can lock these hoppers right here. So when the system is off, we'll just dispense everything out of this dropper so that it ends up as a semi-sorted item. It'll be a number 42 on the stack. And then we'll lock this hopper until the appropriate item is dispensed. Okay, so we need this side facing this side, but we need a little bit of space between them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we have that much space. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got 11, in fact. And if you go up a little bit, 12 or 13. So yeah, we're good. Okay. So we'll want a lock for this. And we'll want that underneath. We want this right here in line, more or less, with the output of the other. Okay. That is everything I think I need to know. So our signal comes out of there. And yeah, we've still got space up here. So we can build up a little bit. We don't want to go too far because we want to be able to get on top of things. But I think actually the easiest thing is to go down slightly. So something like that. And we could go down more if we wanted to. So I'm going to build it like this and see what we want it to look like. Oh, wait, hang on. I just realized that's going to be a comparator right there. So this isn't quite right. Oops. Oops. Close enough. Ah! There. So we're going to have to get rid of that and go here instead. I could actually put a block up from here, but I don't see any point since we're trying to go down anyways. So more like that. There we go. So our redstone goes something like that. Why do I feel like I'm making a mistake? Oh, because I am. Because this is only going to put a signal strength of 1. That's why. What if I did do this? Nope, can't do that either. I was going to say I could put a repeater, but I'd still have to put another block out, so it would make it even bigger. We're going to have to extend this a little bit. So now... Three redstone? What about 3 redstone? Oh, wait. For this right here? So this is a sorter. This is going to be a single item. So it is going to be 1. I think that's what you mean. But also, I'm realizing I don't think this will work either because all of these are going to trigger all of them. I would have to do like a chain of these like this if I wanted to do that, and I don't want to do that. Okay. We're gonna switch plans. I wanted this redstone to go down a bit, but I think the only way to do that is actually to do the thing I said I wasn't going to do and put it like that. Just add comparators. I could do that. Pardon me. I could do that too, but that only extends it horizontally, not vertically. And if I'm not going to extend it vertically, I don't really think I want to bother. Oops. I'll fix that in a minute. I wanna go down, but I don't know that I can. It's all right though, not a big deal. I'm sure it can be done. I just don't have all the expertise that I would need for it. Yeah, I don't either. Okay, but I believe this will work. It only takes it down by 1, but it does take it down. And let's see. Pull up my image again. So I've got the hopper, and then I've got the dropper, and then I've got a reset line. And it cannot be there. I guess I could kind of do this and chain it downward again, but I don't know that that's useful. Oops. I mean, I meant to do that. I needed to go get my items. How much vertical space do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6 down. Then on the image, 1, 2, 3. I need at least 4. Oh, yeah, I got plenty. Oh, just realized. So let's see. If I put target blocks here, it doesn't matter if multiple power it or if multiple touch it, because we only have a signal strength here of 1. Sippity, don't mind if I do. Okay, here we go. So we've got target blocks here. We put these on the target blocks. We put blocks on top of the torches. And then the hoppers in question will go on top of this line. So they will initially all be locked. And when we dispense the item, that will power through the comparator this block, which powers that redstone right there, which powers the target block, which powers the redstone torch under there, which then unpowers the block, which unpowers the hopper, which allows it to dispense the extra item. Ugh. I don't need these blocks, but I need something to place on. So, the music is very excited about what's going on right now. It should be as well. Okay. Now, this is going to be another one of those. So, very, very heroic. Is it at the same level? No, it's actually slightly higher. I need to figure out the level before I do that. So, let's see. So this is the lowest hopper. And we've got that. That. That's the bottom of the sorter right there, so that. Let's see. Wait. That's the lowest. Oh, I need to go down more than that. Hang on. Misread that bit. Then this goes there. That goes there. Okay. Actual water. Thank you very much, Jordan. Welcome back, Shield. Okay. So now, this... Oop, that is the wrong button. This is our sorter profile. So we're going to have hoppers above these. But more importantly... Oops, not that one. Let me just go over here. This will be easier. Okay. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let's make this easy on ourselves. We have row of redstone torches. Like that. And then we can do this and cover up that space. Okay, and then we have another bog standard sorting system that we're building right here. That's all it is. And that was all the hoppers in my inventory. Okay. We are running out of hoppers. Already / again. Come on. I know I have a full inventory, but we can do this. There we go. Ah. Maybe I shouldn't have built it so high. Right, now. We have the same barrel thing going on here. Then we have the same dropper situation going on here. But the return system is different. So this right here is the return system. So we've actually only got one dispenser below this one. So we'll put that there. And same thing. Give me that. And that is all my wood. Oh, nope, no, no. Where did you spawn? But hey, you know what didn't get blown up? The redstone. He didn't even touch the scaffolding. Yes, that is why I built it so high. That is definitely the reason. What did I come up here for? Wood. Fair enough, Jordan. I will admit I'm not used to playing with one at all. I've never built one, but I can see definitely how it would be handy. Okay, now this right here. Because I came up on the wrong side. No. Actually craft the things, please. We need that, that. That. Yeah, it also does interfere with farms. Hang on a second. Did I miss something? How's it going to trigger the top one? Oh, wait, it's not going to trigger the top one. It's only triggering the reset. Never mind. Never mind. Right, so we have an item in here. It ends up in here. That's exactly what we want. Okay, beautiful. Oh, now. Let's see. Next thing is... Right, this is the return system. So, oh, hang on. Gotta retrieve that. I guess I actually want this on the other side, though. For space reasons. Because we want these pointing into a line of hoppers that goes into that randomizer. Right. Now, let me get some flowers. So this is the only one that's actually going to have anything in it, and it's going to be an ingot. I'm going to put more, don't worry. Missed one. Okay, now the reason is I'm going to have to craft these anyways. Probably not that many, but some. All right, so now put these in there. 41, 42. It is currently locked. But if we come back over here, let's see if this works first try. Also, you know what? Okay, so that gets sorted out. That powers that, which should have unpowered that. Right, so it ends up in there, not in here. That's okay. So let's go ahead and hit the reset, which puts it back in there and in there. Okay, so this is unlocked. So we hit that button again. Yep. That's now empty. This is now not empty. That... I skipped a step. As I was saying, we're just going to hit the reset. That has a thing. That has a thing. Now, if we put another ingot in the sorter, right, it's locked there now. Hit that button. It does the sorting thing. And now it has this right here. Okay. There we go. So, we've got that in there, that in the sorter. All right. Now, the reset mechanism is the only thing left, really. And that is pretty simple at the moment. So, for this purpose, when I say reset, I'm not talking about resetting the game. I'm talking about putting the items that are in here into there. So the only thing we need to do for that is hit a button. So we've got that in there. We click this. Did you see that flash? I did. And now it's in here. Thanks. Come on. So now, when we click this button, that gets sorted back into here. And then for the next item, we click this, and it once again gets sorted into here. Now, it is in here ready to be dispensed as something that the player needs to craft. So we come back here, we reset the game. Right? Now, this is reset, this is reset, but this is not. So we're actually going to have a second reset for the game itself. And the second reset is just going to be this, but on a timer. So I think I'm just going to use a piston for this. That'll be simplest. Also that. A little bit of tea. Do I seriously have no sticky pistons on me? I'm a bad redstoner. I didn't have sticky pistons. I think that's this one. You know, the one with the sticky piston on it. And I'm going to take, actually, all but one. Because I don't have any slime. Oh, I have a little bit of slime in the chest, but I don't have a lot of slime, and none of it's over here. Okay, so we're going to do just a regular observer clock here. Observer, observer, piston head, piston. Go. Make one more button. All right, so now we have already reset the game over here, but we've still got stuff here. So we hit the game reset, and now that's empty. But it doesn't go back into here, at least I hope it doesn't. Right, it's in here, because the game reset also locked that part of the system again. Oh. Is that beautiful or what? Now, really the only thing left is I need the reset down here to also power this up here. Which means the reset probably needs to move. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to move the reset entirely. And I'm going to keep it with the same clock length. We'll see if we need more than that. But yeah, let's... where am I? Let's put it lower. Not on the floor, but a little bit lower. And over here, so it's kind of out of the way. So we have... Oh, that's not actually lower, is it? It's still lower than that, which is actually what I was thinking of. Thank you. Okay. Right, so we're going to have that. That. For now, we will put a button on it. We get the same thing here. Then we shall reclaim most of this. And I'm going to put a few repeaters in here. I don't know whether I'll need them, but it's better to have them and not need them. than to need them and not have them in this case. Actually, you know what? We're going to repeat even more. Nope, not you. That way we'll get the full signal strength here, even when it's low, and here, just in case. Because we might extend this, I don't know. Of course, we could always extend this line and power more of them, but eh. Then there's the button. Now, we need to power that, which I think probably just going to do a torch tower. That'll work. Okay, as I was saying. Torch tower. So same thing, we're gonna maximize the signal to maximize the length. Have torch, block, torch, block, torch, block. Is it off or on? It is off at the moment. Okay. So I think that should be it. Now, this is empty, right? This has that. That has that. So we are fully reset. So this is going to be kind of our final test run of this part of the system. We start a round. It says, all right, it's time for iron nuggets, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is now empty. This now has it, which means that has a signal there. It ends up in here. It says, all right, time for the next item. What's next? Well, we don't know. Randomized up here, but let's add another item to the queue, and it's this one. So now we say, all right, now we need another item. Click this, and it goes down here, and that might happen any number of times. So it goes back up into here. It goes back down into there. Pretty much that's it, but not that fast. And then we say, all right, well, the game is over, right? And for the sake of this, it ended up here, right? And I'm also going to put this here and this here. They should actually end up in the barrel down there. But for the purpose of testing, I want a full dropper here. Right, so now we say, all right, it is time to end the game. Let's reset. Click the reset button. Yep, that triggers. That triggers. So now we've got this back over here. We have, let's see. Yep, we have our iron ingot in there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items in there, which means that everything in here has successfully been dispensed back into the system here. There is nothing queued up to tell the player craft this item, and that is exactly what we want. That was a lot, but that is also what I wanted to get done. I have, in fact, completed my plan for the stream. So, I don't know if anybody clicked on the poll. Oh, sorry, I do know some people did. I don't know how many people clicked on the poll. But yes, I did actually finish everything that I planned to do. Now, obviously, I would have liked to fancy it up more, to have something that was a little bit more playable, but we're just not going to have that at this stage. Thank you very much, Fire. We are getting the pieces, though, and I'm very happy, very excited about that. So, let's take another look, and y'all can tell me what you think while I turn off the recording. That was a lot of thinking. That was a very thinky episode. I'm happy with the result, though. And you know what else? Other than the bits at the end, this is a fully one-wide tileable design, with the only limitation being it has to respect the length of the redstone signal. Thank you very much, Shield. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I had already, as you saw, planned out the two pieces. I had not planned exactly how I was going to connect them. So there was a little bit of extra there, but I will take it. Right, now let's, before I entirely sign off, actually, first let's get more rockets. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop off all of my redstone goodies. Get my inventory in some semblance of order. And tuck them away for safekeeping. All right. So here again is the plant. How do I turn the sound off for this? Oh well, I'll do it later. I'm going to move this anyways. So here's the plan, and yeah, the first input selector, that is pretty much done. These two are actually mostly done also as a result of that, because of how we designed it previously. Let's see, item delivery system. Yeah, this right here is the second part that we did. This and this still need to be done. And then, yeah, these right here. Unfortunately, the actual auto crafting and a lot of the stuff that surrounds the basic game mechanics, I can't even start to work on until a lot of the redstone is complete. And I did not bring a bed with me. That's okay. So I think, I'm not sure. Next week, I will probably work on actually connecting all the stuff that we just finished into something that the player can actually see, because I want to get to the point where we can actually look and tell what the player is able to do and what the player is supposed to do. Partly because I just want to make progress, and partly because I want to make sure that it works as intended. So let's see here. Any creepers down here? No? Good. I can still hear that one spider. Oh well. I can't see anything there. So yeah, I think that is going to do it. Thank you very much for joining. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first, as always, because, sorry, YouTube, we can't raid. Y'all have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And I'll see y'all next time. Then